First, there was the Allen, then came the Bat Attack. Now, PXG has just released its third zero torque putter. This is the Hellcat, and in this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to know about it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. PXG has certainly gone all in over the course of the last year or so when it comes to zero torque putters. As I mentioned, you have the Allen putter, which is the very first one from PXG, which is a really unique looking mallet style putter that was actually named after Bob Parsons' brother, Allen. Then you have the Bat Attack, which was a rather traditional mid-size mallet looking putter with a couple of extensions coming off the backside. The one putter that was actually going to be missing from the PXG repertoire was going to be a zero torque blade style putter. So now this being the third putter, it somewhat completes the lineup, if you will, for zero torque offerings from PXG, but it has some differences in the way that this putter is constructed and obviously the way that it looked compared with the other two zero torque putters. So there's a couple of different ways that putters are going to be balanced and weighted to ideally benefit different players' types of strokes. Ones that have a little bit of toe hang typically have been favored by players who have a much more arced stroke. Some putters have a face that when you balance it points directly up to the sky. These are referred to as face balance, and that really tends to help players who have a much more straight back, straight through stroke. When I take a putter that has zero torque, you'll notice that the putter toe goes directly up into the air. Now, PXG is able to achieve this toe up balancing, greatly reduced torque by using a very unique type of hosel. So as you'll notice, if I extended the line from the shaft directly through the hosel and then down into the head, it would go into the middle of the head, be equidistant from both the heel section as well as the toe section. That would make this putter what is referred to as center shafted. Now, there's nothing magical about a putter being center shafted. We've had that for decades. However, because this shaft goes down, back away from the top line, and basically has the extension of the shaft going directly into what would be the center of gravity location, that creates something different. That gives you this toe up type of balance. This putter does not have a weighting that automatically, when you swing it, wants to either open the blade or close the blade. It keeps it neutral from a weighting standpoint, and that can be a really good thing. As you make your swing, naturally with this putter being zero torque, it wants to keep the face square to the path of your putting stroke, regardless of what type of putting stroke that happens to be. The benefit of that means that you're going to be able to bring this putter face back to square much more easily. If you don't do something to manipulate your hands or to manipulate your wrists, this putter, the PXG Hellcat, wants to bring the face back to square, and that will help you get much more consistency on the greens. It will help you to get the ball rolling along your intended target line a lot more often. Now, aside from the look of it, obviously being a blade style putter, how is the Hellcat different from the Allen and the Bat Attack? Well, first things first, you'll notice that the tone of this one, while those other two putters had a black finish with a white alignment line, this one has a natural sort of a silver or a chrome type of a tone to it. And that's achieved because this putter is metal injection molded, MIM or MIMmed, which basically means that PXG engineers and designers create very, very specific and very, very accurate molds of exactly what they want this putter to look like. And then they shoot metal powder into those molds, superheat it up, and the powder basically turns into liquid metal inside of those molds. It's one of the most precise ways of manufacturing possible. Like most of PXG's putters over the last several years, the Hellcat has a pyramid technology that's been incorporated into the hitting area. You can see that there are lots and lots of tiny little pyramids that cover the face, and according to PXG, these pyramids help to grab onto the back of the ball and encourage it to roll more quickly rather than skid, but it also normalizes out ball speed across a wider area. So when you hit the putt directly in the center, you're going to get the anticipated roll, but it's also going to transfer more energy into the putt if you hit it a little bit out towards the heel and the toe area here. That should really help out your distance control, so the balls are going to roll out to a predictable distance more often. And like every other zero torque putter that's out there, there is a level of forward press that's automatically built into the Hellcat putter. Your hands are going to be positioned forward when you address the ball, so this putter does have some level of onset. While many traditional putters have what is referred to as offset, which puts the blade of the putter back behind the shaft, this one, the hitting area is actually slightly in front of the shaft. One of the real benefits of that is you're going to be able to see the ball and any alignment lines that you might put on the golf ball very, very clearly with the Hellcat. So obviously PXG has made this putter available to me, and I did have an opportunity to roll a few putts with it on the practice green, and I found it to be, in my opinion, the best looking, blade style putter that also has zero torque designed into it that I have tried. This one to me looked very, very much like a traditional blade style putter. Obviously it has a slightly enlarged back flange. Depending on exactly what type of blade you may be used to, you're gonna have a little bit more thickness when it comes right through here. The top line I felt was just like a blade style putter. It wasn't especially thin, it wasn't especially large, but you do have a little bit of extra beef back here. But we've seen this type of design much more frequently over the last, say, 5 or 7 years, where more stability has been designed into blade style putters. The blade length itself seemed pretty natural and normal, and it really, the degree of onset was not off-putting at all. I think because the shaft being obviously a chrome or a steel shaft going into this sort of silver toned or chrome toned head, they sort of blend together. When you have a black headed putter with a chrome shaft to it, I think it really creates a lot of visual contrast. The black finish against the green, to me, just really makes all the edges look sharp. These edges seem to blend in together. So I really liked the way that this putter looked. I also liked the way it felt. I don't know if PXG has continued to refine or change the pyramid style face insert that this putter has, but the Hellcat to me felt just right. It felt like a slightly softer version of many of the milled putters that PXG has put out in the past. Traditionally, I have found that the pyramid face insert, to my liking, was too soft in many of PXG's putters. It felt mushy, it felt soft. Many of the putts that I had hit ended up coming up short when I putted with the pyramid face insert. With this one, I got exactly what I was looking for. It felt to me fantastic. As far as the level of zero torque and how much sometimes, as I've said in previous videos, zero torque putters, when they're really good, it's almost like you're putting on rails, as if the putter wants to swing itself. I didn't feel the level of that with the Hellcat that I did with the Allen. To me, the Allen putter, really, once you just initiate it, you almost need to get out of the way. The Allen swings beautifully. The Hellcat swings really, really well to me too, and I definitely felt a lot more stability and a lot more steadiness. I felt a lot more confidence that I was gonna bring this leading edge and the face back to square without really having to do a heck of a lot. I felt I was getting that. You really feel it, I think, though, with the mallet style putters a little bit more. So I don't know if that's maybe just me, but that is what I was feeling. That said, I felt much more of the zero torque effect, or that ideal sort of swing effect with this blade style putter, the Hellcat, than I have with any other blade style zero torque putter out there. And for that reason, I think this could be a very interesting option for golfers who have been in a blade, are interested in trying zero torque, but just can't get over the looks and the size of some of the mallet style putters that are out there right now that are zero torque. I don't think the level of onset is going to be really off-putting for a lot of people who have used a traditional blade, but you're definitely going to notice the added stability, and I think that you're also going to notice a really nice feel with the pyramids here. So you're going to get that distance control you're looking for, you're getting the stability that you're looking for, and you're getting the ability to start your putts on your desired target line much more easily. Now, it's a little bit of nitpicking, but at first I was really not a fan of the large square style grip that PXG has on the Hellcat putter, but it did grow on me. I found it definitely gets your hands and your wrists to quiet down, and you certainly, if you're going to go with an investment of a zero torque putter, you want to use it properly. You do want to keep very light grip pressure. You want to be able to just simply swing the head and allow it to do what it does. But the bottom of the handle is clearly, in my hands, larger than the top. It's almost like a reverse taper grip. It may be something that might be off-putting to some people. I grew to actually be fine with it. My thumbs naturally went on the top of it. It worked out well for me, but it's something you're going to definitely want to consider, because it's important to have the right style of grip in this putter to create the forward shaft lean that's necessary to create the zero torque. One of the other big benefits I see for the Hellcat is that this putter is $299, whereas many of the premium zero torque putters out there could be almost double that. You know, we're seeing $500, $600 zero torque putters out there. This is a quality, well-made blade style putter with zero torque that's going to be for $299. I think that they're able to do that because, again, this putter is not milled. Most PXG putters that are blades are milled. This one is mimmed. That metal injection molding, I think, is a little less expensive. I don't know that for a fact, but I suspect it. So going with a different manufacturing technique to get this putter created may have saved some money that PXG is then extending on to consumers. So I think that's just about everything you probably need to know about the PXG Hellcat Zero Torque putter. But if you do have some questions for me, please feel free to drop them in the comment area below. I do try and monitor my comment area and answer as many questions that people have as I can. I want to be a resource for you about all things golf equipment and golf technology. So if you also have any questions about PXG, zero torque putters, or anything at all, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll try and do my best to answer your questions. If you did get some good information out of this video, if you did find it entertaining and enlightening, it would be really helpful for me if you would smash that like button as well as subscribe to my channel. It helps me out tremendously. Thanks a lot, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon.